Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're tackling something really practical.
Oh, yeah. What's that?
How to actually navigate eating at a restaurant using English. Confidently.
Oh, okay. Useful stuff.
We've got some resources here aimed at English language learners. Our goal is basically to pull out the really useful language bits.
Right, to help you feel a bit more sure of yourself next time you're dining out. Think of it as like an insider's guide.
Exactly, making those interactions feel, well, smooth, natural, whether it's just coffee or, a whole three-course meal.
Makes sense. Where should we start?
Okay, let's kick off with some vocabulary, some must-know words. First up, reservation.
Right. Reservation.
So, what's that? It's basically booking a table ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
Like you might call up and say, I'd like to make a reservation for 2 at 7 p.m. It's pretty key, right? If you don't want to wait.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Especially, popular places or Friday nights, peak times. A reservation means your spot is saved. Guaranteed.
Okay, next one. Menu. You've definitely seen a menu.
Can't miss it.
It's that list, isn't it? Shows all the food, the drinks, everything the restaurant offers.
Yeah.
So when you sit down, a really common thing to say is, can we see the menu, please?
And menus aren't always paper now, are they? Sometimes it's a QR code on the table. You scan it with your phone.
True, but same purpose, shows you what's available, tempts you a bit.
Exactly.
And then finally, for this section, bill or check.
Ah, the important part at the end.
Yeah. What you ask for when you're ready to pay up.
Right.
A polite way is just, could we have the check, please? Or the bill.
Yeah, both work. You might hear check more in the U.S., maybe bill more in the U.K., but honestly, everyone understands both. Good to know the pair.
Right, covers all bases.
Yeah.
Okay, so those are like the building blocks.
Uh-huh. The basics.
Now, let's sort of picture a typical scene. Casual restaurant, we'll listen in on a bit of conversation. Imagine walking in, first thing the server says, "Good evening. Do you have a reservation?"
Okay.
Why do they ask that, like, straight away?
Well, it's efficiency, really. They need to know who's expected, manage the tables.
Right, keep things organized.
Yeah, so people aren't waiting around unnecessarily. Helps the flow.
Makes total sense.
Yeah.
And if you do have one, a good response is something like, yes, it's under the name Johnson, a table for 2.
Simple. Clear.
Short, sweet, gets the job done.
And giving the name is key, lets them find it fast in their system or their book.
Okay, so they find your name. Server says, right this way. Here are your menus. Can I get you something to drink? Oh, what's sort of happening here?
Standard procedure. They're seating you, getting you settled. Offering drinks first is common, gives you time to look over the food options.
Okay. And the customer in this example replies, I'll have a sparkling water, please. Let's pause on that phrase. I have. It sounds quite natural, doesn't it, compared to, say, I want.
It really does. I'll have is polite. It's straightforward. It's, a very standard way to order drinks or food. Much softer than I want.
Okay, good point. So imagine a bit of time passes. You've looked at the menu. The server comes back, asks, are you ready to order?
Right. The next step.
What's the cue here? What are they really asking?
Just checking in.
Yeah.
Have you decided? Are you ready to tell me your food choices?
Got it. So the first customer says, yes, I'll have the grilled chicken with vegetables. There it is again.
See? Very common. Seems to be the go-to.
It really is a standard accepted way to state what you'd like.
Definitely.
Then the server might turn to the second person, and for you, this customer says, I'd like the pasta with tomato sauce, and can I get that without cheese?
Ooh, good example. Customization.
Exactly, making a specific request, how to ask for something slightly different. And what's interesting about the server's response here?
Well, in this script, they say, of course, anything else, which is great.
Yeah, why is that great?
It's accommodating. Shows they've heard you, they understand, and yeah, no problem, we can do that. It's positive.
Right, reassuring. And then the customer finishes with, that's all for now, thank you. Just simple politeness.
And it makes such a difference, doesn't it? Those little pleases and thank yous smooth the whole interaction.
Totally agree. Okay, let's zoom in on a few of those really key phrases we just heard. First one, do you have a reservation? When are you most likely to hear that?
Almost always, right when you walk in, especially if it looks busy. It's standard procedure for managing who's coming and going.
And why is it good for you, the customer, to be ready with an answer?
Well, it just speeds things up. If you do, have the name ready. If you don't, they can tell you about wait times or availability right away. It avoids confusion.
Makes sense. Then we have I'll have, Seems super useful for ordering anything.
It is.
Can you give us another quick example just to drum it in?
Sure. I'll have the fish and chips, please. Or I'll have a coffee. Simple, clear, polite.
Perfect. And what about that other one? Can I get that without cheese? Why is phrasing like this so important?
Oh, it's crucial. For allergies, dietary needs, or just, what you prefer.
Right.
Being clear helps the kitchen get it right. You could say, without nuts, no onions, with the sauce on the side, anything like that. This structure works.
Good examples. Okay, let's add a few more phrases to your toolkit. What if you are ready, you and your friends have decided, how do you signal the server?
You could try to make eye contact, maybe a little nod, or just say, clearly, but not shouting, we're ready to order.
Okay. Simple, direct.
Yep. Gets their attention politely.
Or the opposite, maybe you're still deciding, need more time. What's a polite way to ask?
Just say, can we have a few more minutes, please? Totally normal request. Restaurants expect that.
Right. No pressure. What if you're stuck? Too many good choices, or you want to try something special?
Ask the server, what do you recommend? Or what's popular today? They usually know the menu well, might suggest a special or a favorite.
Good tip. And then the bill arrives. Or maybe before it arrives. You're with friends, want to pay separately. How do you handle that?
Best to ask early, maybe when ordering or halfway through. Can we get separate checks, please? Or can we pay separately?
Asking early makes it easier for them.
Yeah, much easier than trying to split it all up after one bill has been printed.
Gotcha. And hopefully the meal was great. How can you express that?
Oh, a simple compliment is always nice. Everything was delicious, thank you. Or, that was lovely.
Nice touch. And we keep coming back to this, but it's worth stressing. Please and thank you.
Absolutely fundamental. They make everything just nicer, more pleasant. It shows basic respect. And frankly, service staff appreciate it. Makes the whole experience better for everyone.
Couldn't agree more. Okay, now, to really let these sink in, let's just run through that little dialogue example one more time. Listen for how these bits fit together.
Yeah, hearing it flow helps you remember.
Server, good evening. Do you have a reservation?
Customer. Yes, it's under the name Johnson. A table for two.
Server, right this way. Here are your menus. Can I get you something to drink?
Customer. I have a sparkling water, please.
Server, great. I'll be back shortly to take your order.
Later.
Server, are you ready to order?
Customer. Yes. I'll have the grilled chicken with vegetables.
Server, and for you.
Second customer. I'd like the pasta with tomato sauce, and can I get that without cheese?
Server, of course. Anything else?
Customer. That's all for now. Thank you.
See how it all sort of flows.
Yeah, it really helps hearing it put together like that.
Yeah.
You internalize the rhythm.
So look, whether it's booking that table, ordering food just how you like it, maybe asking for separate checks. The language we've talked about today, it really gives you a solid base, right? For feeling more confident when you eat out.
Definitely. And like we said, clear, polite communication isn't just functional. It actually makes the whole dining experience nicer. For you and for the staff, too.
Absolutely. Now, maybe think about the next time you're planning to eat out. You could even, I don't know, run through a few of these phrases in your head.
Or practice with a friend, maybe?
Yeah. Just getting familiar with the words beforehand can make those real interactions feel way smoother, more enjoyable, less stressful.
It's true. It's not just about ordering food, is it? It's about feeling comfortable, feeling like you belong in that social setting.
Which brings us to a final thought. Beyond just, getting the right food without cheese, how does understanding this kind of everyday language, these restaurant phrases, how does that connect to maybe a bigger picture?
Like cultural understanding.
Yeah, or just feeling more integrated, more at ease in new places. What other maybe seemingly simple interactions do you think carry that same kind of weight, that power to make us feel more connected and confident in the world?
That's a really interesting question to ponder.